You know, I mentioned A-1 Custom Muffler and Brake just a little bit earlier, and you hear me talk about them every single day. And this morning while we're at Belgian Waffle and Pancake House, look over and I noticed that Dustin, who is at the location I always go to, it happened to be here. So I said, well, let's come over for a minute. We'll just talk. I wanted you, one, to validate something that I talk about, the fact all the time that I, bring my vehicles by there. And you can affirm that I'm not making that up when I say that.
No, sir. Yes, we service both of your vehicles at my location.
And I'm there. Sometimes I come just to hang out and watch
Yes.
Andy Griffith. I don't have a life. I'll go. TV Land's always on the big screen there. I call them big screens anymore. The plasma. No, but you guys do really great work, and I appreciate. You've been there as long as I've been taking my vehicles there.
Been there a little over 7 years now.
So that is certainly some time. I always feel bad for you because it tends to get really, really hot in there. I know,
Yes,
during
sir.
this time of the year. What, I wanted just here for about a minute or so with the new technology, and I'm always talking about it. You guys being ASE certified technicians, the significance of that and how far these vehicles have come in terms of technological advancement, and how you guys are equipped to handle that.
Yes, that's a big thing. When people go to the doctor, they know, that professional has reached, his training point, and you're going to get good coverage pretty much no matter who comes into that office and sees you. That's basically our style of gauging where you're at. There's different levels of ASE certified. I have 2 ASE Certified Master Techs and another gentleman that's been at my company a very, very long time. So you want to make sure that when you're having somebody service your car, that he has taken the time and the effort and training to get to that point. And that's how we show basically the general public that that's where we're at and that we're capable of servicing your late model vehicle.
I didn't realize that there were the different levels of being ASE certified. And it makes me think of chefs and how the more certified they are, the taller their hats are. You guys should do something similar to that.
Actually,
I want the guy with the really tall hat.
If you'll look when you're in my office, there's a bio on the wall, and it breaks it down makes it a little easier for you to understand, and there's a picture there to show you who's servicing your vehicle, and it makes it a little more comfortable, I think, for our customers.
I tell you, one of the things, and I've mentioned this before, that's so important to me, and I think a lot of the listeners have found this too, is that you guys really are trustworthy. And I know it seems like a cliche to say, but I've time and time again mentioned an email I got some time ago from a gentleman who had his vehicle elsewhere, was told that he had to have those brakes fixed, and that he had no choice. And he had remembered hearing me talk about it. You guys always say get a second opinion.
Absolutely.
And so he thought, well, I'm going to do that. So he drove it over, and you guys said your brakes are fine. They don't need, there's some wear on the fronts, but you're good for a long while. And he said that's the first time I've ever taken my vehicle in to be fixed, fully expecting, and they knew I expected to spend money and them come back and say, no, I don't have to. And I've been in there before. Last time I was in there was a gal who thought something was leaking. There was a major problem, and I think it was just ended up being condensation or something.
Yep.
And you guys said you're fine. You
Yep.
don't need to spend any money.
There's these vehicles. There's plenty of things that need maintained and repaired, without having to push the envelope onto the customer. We're very, very busy. But my biggest concern is I love what I do for a living. Absolutely. I grew up in this business, and there's plenty of work, and I want my customers to be happy when they leave. I'd rather look at their car, and I tell them that 10 times, and tell them there's nothing wrong, as opposed to have them have a failure and go from there. So.
Well, listen, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you happen to be here, and thanks for chatting a bit.
Thank you very much.
With us.